Hello everybody. Today we shall be presenting non sequitur from Mr. Kennedy's AppLac class. So what non sequitur is a conclusion or statement that doesn't logically follow from the previous argument or statement. Basically, it is a statement or a bunch of words that just doesn't connect or have any relation to one another. For example, there is a God. The Bible says God created the earth about 6,000 years ago. Therefore, the world is only about 6,000 years old. This is non sequitur because it assumes that there is a God and uses that mere assumption to make a claim. But the thing is, that's based off of one person's convictions on the existence of a God. And so the assumptions of the unknown cannot create a feasible evidence or a claim. The next one, terrorists have attacked America. There are some terrorists in Afghanistan. We should attack Afghanistan. Now, the terrorists who attacked the World Trade Center were not necessarily the terrorists in Afghanistan. And so that makes this non sequitur because it just doesn't create a real reason to attack Afghanistan if the terrorists in Afghanistan were not necessarily the ones who attacked America. In the end, George W. Bush did make a war there, basically off of this very fallacy. Fun fact, since the Kuman nomads who first occupied it, Afghanistan has never been successfully invaded by anybody, except for the Mongols. Okay, so on to the next example. In this picture, we have two men arguing. One is clearly saying we need to reform the environment, we need to make things better. And then the second person on the right is saying, we can't worry about the environment, we're in the middle of a war. And so this is evidently non sequitur because the man on the right is making an illogical jump from the environment to a war. This exact kind of topic jumping is actually frequently seen in politics. And finally, in this image here, we have a cat who is pushing a watermelon out of a lake, which somehow invalidates another person's argument. This is non sequitur since there is likely to be no connection between a watermelon pushing cat and the argument, unless this argument is exclusively about whether cats can push watermelons out of lakes, in which case the person being addressed's argument is invalidated. So what have we learned? Non sequitur is an illogical fallacy in which are based off of assumption or lack of legitimate connection. These have in fact been the cause of some of our problems in our modern history, including the war in Afghanistan.